Hello, everybody. I wanted to hop in and do a quick channeling for you, for all of us, for the collective group for July. My intention for us in July is to radiate joy, to radiate fun, to radiate being amazing, feeling good, feeling strong, whatever that looks like for you. So, let me just drop in, get a hold of the librarians. Oh, what is coming through so strongly here is they say thank you, Laura, for bringing out that term radiate. We have talked about that before, but what sometimes get missed is the choice to radiate, that it is always within us. Our power to radiate is always within us. And yet it is so easy to radiate fear. It is so easy to radiate anger. It is so easy to radiate victimhood. And why the question is, why is it so easy for us to radiate the negative when instead of radiating the positive? And the answer goes back to the beginning of humanity, because we were designed to radiate love and joy and peace. And if you think about the Garden of Eden, all that is the radiation of peace and joy and love and happiness. If you go back to the concept of heaven on earth, all that is an earth where we are all radiating peace and love and joy and prosperity and trust and love. It's all around the radiation of love. If you think about the concept of heaven, why do we not allow bad people in heaven? Because in heaven we only have good people. And what do good people do? They radiate good. Who are the good people in our lives? What do? They radiate love. So the idea of heaven is that we're only going to let the good people in, so only good gets radiated. What do we not want? We don't want bad radiation. We don't want all of that negativity being put on us, so we don't have to work. Do you get that? That's them. That's the librarian saying, do you get that? That's not Laura saying, get that. They're being very direct. Do you get that? If you look at, Laura brought up the triune nature earlier of body, mind, spirit. What we want you to see now is the triune nature of heaven, earth, and hell. Heaven is where everybody radiates love, so you don't have to work so hard at radiating. Hell is the place where everybody is radiating negativity, so you just sit there and you can all wallow in self-misery and self-pity. Earth is the training ground, the testing ground. Whether you look at it religiously speaking and you are being tested, yes, you are being tested to see if you can radiate positivity. You are being tested to see if you can radiate positivity. That's what this testing ground is about. Or whether you believe it is a learning opportunity, it is the one and the same. You are either being tested, or you are here to learn and to be on this journey and to experience different things. And yet the lesson is the same. The lesson is self-mastery. The lesson is the same. Whatever words we put around it, whatever words have been put around it, whether it's religious or whether it's secular or whether it has this metaphysical spin, the outcome is the same. You are being tested in your mastery of yourself and your ability to shine like the sun that you are. Heaven is easy because nobody is challenging you. The idea of us being in heaven together and that it is easy is because you are not being challenged, because it's easy to radiate love and positivity and goodness when you are in a place of love and positivity and goodness. Hell, nobody worries about it. We just radiate negativity and we all wallow. And to some extent, we all enjoy that wallowing. And you have all been in both places. You have all been in the situations where you almost take joy in everybody being so negative together. And you have also been in those situations where the good vibes just keep flowing and you are so happy. Your betrayal experience is a higher testing ground. It is a higher training ground. It is a higher training ground. This experience is one of intense learning. How can you still radiate the love that you are in the face of an atrocious act? And we want you to know this is an atrocious act. We want you to know the vile nature of this act. Ooh. And then it takes a special soul to commit this vile of an act. There is great service in the soul of the one who commits betrayal, for betrayal goes against the nature of all things. Betrayal goes against the nature of the soul. It takes a powerful soul to betray, and it takes a powerful soul to be betrayed and to come out the other side with the strengthened ability to radiate as if they were in the place that you call heaven. We ask you to sit with this realization for longer than you might think that you need to sit with this realization. We ask you to realize how powerful this is and to gather your energy from the person who betrayed you. For that is the tendency, to give our energy to the one who hurt us. This is the opportunity for you to gather your energies back into yourself so you have the power to shine. So you have the power to choose, because it is the choice. It is the choice to make for growth, for peace, for sustainability. You hear concepts such as fractured souls. There is nothing fancy or spectacular about that type of a phrase, that type of a concept. Lost souls. For every time you give a piece of your energy to others, you are losing a piece of yourself. Why would you give a piece of your energy to somebody who hurt you? Why would you give a piece of your energy and leave it down in hell? The choice is to rise. The choice is to choose to take back that energy, to take back that piece of yourself. Some of the phrases you use in words are about losing pieces of yourself, but it is a loss. But you are the one who gives. Yes, people can try to take, but nobody can take that from you. This is going back to that choice. There is so much that is the dance. And we know that Lora has talked about the dance, the back and forth, but we want to talk about it in terms of the dance of the spiral, the dance of the rolling forward like a snowball rolling down the hill that gathers momentum and snow and debris as it moves down the hill. For the momentum is something that we want you to notice in terms of choice. It is the momentum of the choice. It is easy to start moving down and gathering speed with one's choices. And then as the speed, as the size, as the debris increases, to alternate paths, to shift directions becomes nearly impossible. Sometimes it does become impossible because of the momentum and the size that has been gathered. That's why it is so important to be more than mindful early on. It's more than mindful because it is the choice. There's so much talk about mindfulness and noticing. And while that is the starting point, while that is the starting place, too little attention is paid to the action, to the doing, to the choosing. Mindfulness, yes, is where we start, But what are the choices made because of that? We talk about that triune nature of heaven, earth, and hell. And where are those choices leading you? More often than not, are you choosing to radiate love? Are you choosing to radiate kindness? More often than not, are you a victim? Are you unseen? Is it unfair? Are other people stupid? Are other people hurtful? That is the focus. That is the snowball rolling down the hill until pretty soon that's the only thing that you can see. That is that slow slide into hell. One of those phrases, the road to heaven is paved with good intentions. It is not the intention that matters. It is the doing. It is the choice. How are you choosing to be? How are you choosing to see? Do you see the snowball dance of you and the betrayer? You both have a combination of internal and external focus. How do you see yourself? I see myself as the victim. I see myself as the betrayer. I see myself as the one who got hurt. I see myself as the one who hurt. Those are all damaging perspectives. And we will pause. Those are all damaging perspectives. How do you see yourself? I see myself as somebody willing to perpetrate an act, to challenge, to enliven another. I see myself as somebody who can hold and ascend. I see myself in an alchemical transformation of strength, of power, of love, and of light. Do not see yourself as a victim, for you have not been victimized. Whatever terms that you want to put on it, you have not been victimized. You have been tested. You are being tested. If that is the languaging that appeals to you, to your brain, that will give you the power to choose what to do next, if that is the languaging that can help you choose what to do next, because I'm being tested and I want to choose the right thing, because I want to ascend. If the word is lesson, I've been given a lesson and now I want to learn that, choose that word for yourself. We offer another word. The word that we offer is experience. It is not a test. It is not a lesson. It is an experience. How much can I experience and still find joy? How much can I experience and still radiate love? How much can I experience and stay true to myself? Let your answer change in every ever-present moment. You are not destined. You are not being tasked. You are not better if you can remain radiating in every moment. It's about choosing to move towards that as often as you can, so you can gather the momentum of that snowball moving downhill. The conscious awareness is the piece of it, but the choice is what matters. The choice directs the snowball. We said earlier about the debris that the snowball gathers on its descent down the hill. The debris gathered is relative to the hill that the snowball is sliding down. If it is the slow descent into hell, it will gather much negativity, for that is the hill that it is on. And if this is different, if this is the snowball going down this hill of joy, of radiance, of peace, of love, of enlightenment, it will gather more enlightenment as it goes. Light is diffusive. It diffuses, it fills up an area. Yes, we know that dark fills up an area too, but one moment of brightness lightens the entire area. It is easier to be positive than it is to be negative, which is not what is commonly believed on your planet. It is so commonly believed that it's easy to be negative and dark and grouchy and victimized. And that is not the case. You have been taught that. How often have you seen a negative, dark, depressed, angry baby? Yes, you see frustrated toddlers, but you do not see negative, dark, depressed, angry babies or toddlers. No, because that is our nature. That is our nature. We learn to become heavy. We learn to become dark. We learn to become stress. We learn to become unworthy. How early were you taught about your unworthiness? Some of us were taught at a very early age that we were unworthy. And we let that training, that teaching, that opinion of others inform who we were. Choosing to go back, choosing that hard reset into who you are and to who you have always been is easy. Living with that state of radiance and joy, with love being connected to who you are, is easy. We ask that you consider choosing to return. We ask that you consider living in heaven. We talked earlier about that internal focus and the external focus, the view of going both directions, the view of ourself as the victim or the victimizer. But then it is also our view of the others, as in you hurt me or I was hurt by you. So too are those false perceptions. You were not hurt. Your light was merely covered and you chose to shine it down. You were not hurt. You cannot be hurt. You can choose to act as if you are hurt. We are not diminishing the pain. The real human pain is visceral. The real human pain feels soul shattering, but your soul did not, in fact, shatter. The pain you feel is real. But the only way to shatter your soul is for you to give pieces of your soul to others. Recall the pieces of your soul home. Radiate love. View yourself as you are. View others as they are. Whole, radiant beings of divine light. and choose to radiate this light, this love, this presence in all things, through all things, and despite all things. That is the choice that will set you free. That is the return to love. That is bringing heaven on earth. We bring heaven on earth to ourselves. It is not a benevolent being outside of ourselves that descends and brings heaven on earth to us, casting those who are negative out of our sphere. It is us who ascends ourself to heaven by radiating as if we were in heaven. The separation of the wheat from the chaff, from the snowball that is going down the positive mountain to the snowball that is going down the negative mountain, happens automatically. You don't have to choose which people to let go of, which people to release, unless you want to. The separation will occur. There will be such a mismatch of frequency, of vibration. You are not excluding anybody. You are simply choosing where you want to go, and those who follow will. You are the leader in this expedition. You are the leader in this expedition. Choose wisely. Choose wisely your guide, your resources, your destination. Know that where you go, others will or will not follow, but you are recreating heaven on earth based on your view, your perception of yourself. Laura's mind is so loud right now. There is so much pressure in her mind that we feel the need to stop and to comment on this. Comment on the phrase, "that blew my mind." Because that's what we feel when we are in her body, in her mind, in her brain. It is this blowing open. It is the power of choice. So too might you be feeling this energy, this mind-blowing shift. We ask that you return to this concept. We ask that you practice this concept. Because the creation of heaven on earth is lore. It's something that has been told and foretold for millennia, and yet it is something that is available and accessible to all of us all the time in every eon. And now is the time that we make that choice. And now is the time that we shift in massed clusters towards this choice. And those of you who have experienced this wound that you call betrayal, but we call awakening, are on the wave, the cutting edge of making this choice. Will you respond? Will you respond? Oh, I have got a crushing sensation around that. And I found it very interesting that the librarians noticed that too and commented on that. I have no words. I have no words. I look forward to your thoughts on this transmission, and I will see you soon. Bye.